Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is...
So you can...
The following series will highlight several Oicho setups that will commonly work given favoring circumstances. The series will be broken down into several episodes, each covering different setups with minor added detail or notes on each. What's worse, missing a chance for an Oicho or being reversaled? That was a trick question, of course. Both options are equally bad for Honda. However, a negative edge Oicho ensures you're not going to be poking out limbs in the event your opponent is not in a throwable state. 3 chances aiming for a 1 in 60, that's all you're going to get. Either you rip an awesome Oicho to save the round, or the opponent's DP comes out. Even when your timings are perfect, it's going to be the latter that comes out more often than not. Use your own best judgment as to when and why you use a Neo command. If your opponent cannot reliably first frame reversal, a Neo isn't needed because by sheer mashing, you're almost guaranteed to get a first frame Oicho. As a primer for the following videos, here is where I'll explain some information that I try to incorporate during play. By far, the most important aspect in regards to which Oicho you use or don't use is player opposing first frame reversal, or PO1FR. This will let you evaluate your current match and opponent's behavior in order to assign a proper value. The higher the opposing player's reversal value is, the greater the need for when a Neo is required. The formula only works when the parameters are established. Without prior knowledge of the opponent, a quick and dirty formula can be established during the match. Chances are, your opponent has no problem with first frame reversal on a semi-consistent basis. At this point, stick the value at 6. Feel out the match, check reaction speeds. At the additional cost of probable health damage, spamming hands on a knockdown opponent should instantly identify high-value first frame users. Raise that 6 to an 8 and stick with a Neo setup. If your hands went unpunished, lower that value from 6 to 4 or less. Your opponent has shown his hand, so to speak, indicating his timing was off enough to warrant an Oicho in traditional piano mash style. Here, I want to briefly cover the rarity of various Oicho setups. These figures are strictly from my personal experiences and playstyle. Your overall rate of selected Oicho setups will vary. With that being said, in general, the higher the Oicho setup rarity value, the less likely you will come across that particular situation in any given match. Note though, as higher rarity doesn't indicate a higher degree of difficulty. Rather, rarity can be assessed by, of course, which Oichos you use both least and most. Ideally, some of the setups that are severely unsafe should be used less, granting a higher rarity value. Here, you can see which Oicho setups I get most frequently, while near the other end are Oichos that I rarely use. In addition to a great command throw and a near-invincible defensive posture, Honda has one more visibly hidden resource at its disposal that needs to be utilized. The life bar is a finite resource that starts ticking away after the first fireball is thrown. Time is against you every bit as much as your opponent. They have a secret pact together that assures a slow, chipped, fireball-induced round failure. Honda can wreck shop at close range. Nobody should argue too much with that. Spend that life bar. Use it to your benefit. Remember, you just need a pixel of life more than the other guy to get that win. Overall, Oicho is a fun tool to have access to during a match. It's the reason why Honda must be zoned like a wild animal. So use the following videos to add diversity to your Oicho movesets.
I'm Binary, and welcome to Super Oicho Fighter.